let's get to the main convo. And we understand our community and where they stand, but I'm definitely intrigued to hear y'all's thoughts. But Rail brought it to my attention. I'm gonna just go to the big one, Rail. I'm just going to the big topic. Rail brought it to my attention, and he asked the question: who is the bigger? Will we say bigger artist or the biggest impact? What would
Artist.
be the biggest the bigger
Impact
artist
included in that?
Huh?
I would say artist because impact is included.
Okay, so who is the bigger artist? Michael Jackson or Beyonce? And Casey said off the rip Beyonce. This is why I was intrigued, because I feel like Beyonce is definitely the bigger artist due to social media. But what Michael Jackson had people doing and the effect that he had on people everywhere across this globe without social media is crazy. It's crazy. Having people run up on stage and be with you, and he's singing, doing a whole song with this person hanging on to him while he's singing. Had multiple people passing out, and the ambulance still coming through, riding through and getting people out the crowd, and the show's still going on. People passing out, damn near fainting, damn near dying at the sight of Michael Jackson. Is that a real? I could be ignorant. Is that a real statue in Russia? Like, they had a statue of Michael Jackson? I don't know if that's real. But Michael Jackson his impact was ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying that Beyonce's impact isn't, because Beyonce's impact is crazy. But what Michael Jackson had grown ass men passing out, not just women, grown ass men passing out at their concerts, man. So I'm intrigued. I personally think that I've never seen anything like Michael Jackson's impact, and I think he's the bigger artist. But I would not be mad at anybody if they said Beyonce was number one, because I could see it. But also, you got to factor in that social media plays a huge part. Social media, streaming, all of that play a huge part in Beyonce's, like a better term, likeness. But I'm intrigued to hear what you got to say, for sure, because I know you can make an argument for both sides.
I heard what you said, and I apologize if I missed this part. But who is the bigger artist?
Michael.
You going Mike? Okay.
Yeah.
You going Mike? I heard you speak first.
I said that I think Michael Jackson is the bigger artist, but I would not be upset at anybody.
Okay, okay.
Beyonce was.
So I did hear you right.
Yeah.
My bad. I was putting a poll up in the YouTube chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the poll going right now. So if you're on YouTube, please go and vote. We got 4 votes already in, which is dope. Anyways. Yeah, it's I will say this. I do believe Beyonce is the better performer. I think Beyonce is the better performer. Now, I know that sounds crazy because you're talking about Mike Jackson, blah, blah, blah. You know, he did this and did that. Michael Jackson had generational moves for his time.
Mm-hmm.
The moonwalk
Mm-hmm.
was one of the most amazing things we've seen. The lean, and when he do the classic,
Right.
the grabbing the crotch and that's Michael. And
Mm-hmm.
Michael can dance his behind off.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't nothing like that god dog on Beyonce.
I'm not mad at it.
Beyonce is exerting on stage way more energy than I believe Michael Jackson has ever put on stage.
Okay.
All right. I do believe Beyonce is the better performer,
Mm-hmm.
on stage performer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, moving on to the next category. I probably would say that category would be music. This is a tough one. But when it comes to music, I'm going to give it to Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why am I going to do that? And this is the biggest thing with Mike. And I think this is his biggest advantage against Beyonce. Mike been doing it since he was 11, 10, 10 years old. Michael Jackson at 19 years old listen to this, bro. All the people in your group are your brothers. They all bigger and taller than you. But you, as the 9-year-old, are the lead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the Jackson 5, people, if you have not caught on to that.
And people coming to see you.
People coming to see Michael. It really should have been called Michael and the Jacksons.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it should. Screw Michael Jackson. It should have been Michael and the Jacksons, because that's all they were, and the Jacksons. Michael dominated the music game from a very, very young age. So I feel like he has more songs. And then Casey said something too, as I was thinking about it. You'll find people like, oh, I don't deal with Beyonce. Now, credit. I'm not going to do Beyonce like that, because there are way more artists out now. Michael Jackson had no one to compete against. Who was Michael competing against? Luther?
No. Not even Luther.
I love Luther. I love Luther Vandross.
Think about Diana, Smokey, Temptations,
Prince.
OJ's, Prince.
Is Michael's biggest rival.
Yeah.
Prince is to Michael what Taylor Swift is to Beyonce. Because if you pull the Swifties in here, they might tell you a different story.
1000%. It ain't gonna be it's not gonna be a might. It's not gonna be a might. If you pull Swifties in here, they're definitely gonna tell you a different story.
So that's the thing I'm taking Michael when it comes to music.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking impact. It makes me go to Michael again. And it's kind of like what you said too. It's social media, but it's not the way social media. I think social media, what it does is that it gives a lot of people a voice. What does giving a lot of people a voice do? Give a lot of people different opinions. Mm-hmm. And what does social media do? Create fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't get tired of Michael. You know what I'm saying? Michael, and granted, we was not really moving around like that. We wasn't even born in part of this time. But Michael had word of mouth. But Michael didn't have to be, it wasn't a 24-hour. The same thing with the news cycles. What Michael Jordan had to go through and what LeBron has to go through. Where LeBron James is being scrutinized for every little bitty thing that he do, something that Michael Jordan got scrutinized on. Don't get me wrong. He had the gambling issue. They were writing about in the newspaper. You don't see that for 2-3 days from now. So it's that same thing with Michael Jackson and Queen B, because with Queen B, there's going to be naturally a lot more haters because a lot more people have a voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And plus, you take that and then also multiply with the fact that she's in competition with Taylor Swift, Chris Brown. Chris Brown is another one that people can make a strong argument for.
Strong argument for Chris Brown.
You didn't have people like that. And that's a testament to Beyonce to be on the top still with all that going on. But Michael didn't have that. And granted, it could be like the Bulls. Michael's just that much better than everybody else.
Could be.
I mean, so Michael Jackson, to me, and his impact, man, Michael Like Casey said, this not you take out the criminal stuff from Michael. Take out the little boys.
We just talk about strictly
Take
the
out
work, the body of work.
and the reason why I say take out the little boys, because if you take that part out, nobody has no problem with Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
Everybody loves Mike. Mike, like the same thing with Jordan. The only reason people love Jordan, and they're always, even people that love LeBron is like, but they didn't hate. You love Michael. Whatever Michael did in the 90s, well, they're both named Michael. Whatever Michael Jordan did in the 90s, it's like Michael Jackson. You just love these guys because of how great they are at what they do.
They were just superior, bro. They were just
superior, right?
And Raven, he ain't saying like that's Beyonce's quote unquote biggest rival. He's just saying that the impact, the fandom, only
Taylor Swift,
the only person that could quote unquote rival Beyonce is Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift or Beyonce to black people is the same thing as Taylor Swift to white people. Like that is literally the same thing. Like we have to understand that Taylor Swift's following is absolutely insane. Not saying that Beyonce's isn't. We all know that. But we have to admit that Taylor Swift's following and her fandom is just as crazy as Beyonce's.
It's not even about fandom either. It's in today's world, it's kind of similar to what you were saying. Taylor Swift is Beyonce's biggest rival. And when I say rival, I'm not talking about like a one-on-one, like a beef. I'm talking about when you're comparing numbers. That's who.
Yeah, we're not talking about the catalog and everything.
They love each other. Taylor Swift absolutely respects Beyonce, and they don't look at it as a competition. But you start pulling Taylor Swift numbers, the girl got numbers.
You say
she's near Beyonce.
Beyonce 1B.
So this conversation is shifting a little bit, but let's talk about Beyonce and Taylor Swift. Where is Beyonce exponentially better than Taylor Swift? What would you say, like
that? And that's the thing. I never listened to Taylor Swift like that, so I can't say what she's exponentially better at, like, because I never listened to Taylor Swift like that. So I just know I know her popularity. I know her fandom. I know that she's went on this Eras tour that was the numbers is insane, record breaking. Like, I mean, some people say that they mess with Taylor Swift more because she'll go to more cities. Beyonce only going to select ones, and Taylor Swift going to more cities and selling that bitch out every time, 3 nights at every stop. There's arguments. That's another thing. Like, you can't. It's tough to have. How can I say it? It's tough to have conversations with people who are a big fan of one person and not the biggest of another. Taylor can't dance, Beyonce can. Taylor can't sing. I agree with you on that, Casey. You can't take that, but she still has a stupid fan base. Like, this fan base is insane.
Well, the fan base is insane because of the music that she makes.
I'm saying exactly, but also it's like the same. That's what I'm saying, though. The same shit that you can say for Beyonce, you can say the same thing for Taylor Swift. She probably don't have to go to every city, bro. She just do it. I mean, it could be an age. Beyonce older than Taylor Swift. Beyonce probably like, fuck all of that. I ain't trying to go to all of these cities. I don't know. I don't follow Beyonce as much as y'all do. So please put me on game. But I'm saying that look at it from the other end too. Taylor Swift probably don't have to go to all these cities. She could probably go to select cities and do the same thing Beyonce do. There's a reason why she is up there. There's a reason. It's not just because, there's a reason. So why is the reason? If y'all saying no, what is the reason why Why is Taylor Swift up there? Why is she this popular? Why does she have all of these millions and millions of streams? Why is she selling out all of these concert tours? Why does she have
Taylor
one of the
Swift,
best selling tours ever? Like, why is
she don't have one of the best? Taylor Swift has the best selling
the
concert tour
best? So
of all
what is
time.
the reason? You can't just chalk it up because you're a Beyonce fan. What is the actual reason? For somebody who doesn't know, explain to me what's the difference.
But that's what they're trying to say. They're trying to say Beyonce can sing, Beyonce can dance way better than Taylor Swift.
But that's their that's their preference.
Preference.
I agree with that. But why is it that way? Like, why is there people still going? If she can't sing and she can't dance, why does she have one of the best tours ever?
She can't. They're not saying that she. Well, I know they said she can't, but what they're saying is compared to Beyonce that she can't sing and can't dance. But that's not what it's all about. It's about making the music. And man, the music is at the end of the day. I don't care if you can sing, dance. Luther Vandross didn't dance. Whitney Houston didn't dance. They grab a stool and they sit right in the middle of that god dog on stage and they just sing, and that's all it takes. The Taylor Swift, the thing about Taylor Swift too is that she's also one of the most popular celebrities in the entire world.
What made her
now I want to make something clear. I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'm not saying I will pick Beyonce over Taylor Swift as well.
Same.
I'm not, but all I said is when you're talking about a comparison and you're talking about rivals and you're talking about who can go neck to neck, then yes, I do say Taylor Swift is there with her.
And she's there. That's all we're saying. And also, and Casey said ain't no preference. What show you going to? Would you go to a Taylor Swift show if somebody gave you free tickets?
Well, what you mean if Kanye would have left her? Taylor Swift, I mean, that to me, if you're a 4-time Album of the Year award winner. My stepmom forced my dad to go to Cabo. He was impressed. Look, I saw her at the Super Bowl. I saw Beyonce at the rodeo back in the day.
I don't need to go to a concert. I don't. I know Beyonce shit is killer. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not. All I'm trying to figure out is that we are like, y'all are so quick to say dismiss Taylor Swift. I'm looking at the numbers. Why is she's the only person that could quote unquote rival Beyonce? Why is it that way? We know that Beyonce is more talented than Taylor Swift. If you ask me who's the better singer, I'm picking Beyonce. Who's the better dancer? I'm picking Beyonce. I'm looking at numbers. Why is it that Taylor Swift has these crazy ass numbers that's up there with Beyonce's? That's it. Shit, if it didn't cost a goddamn rent to go to a concert, then I would go. I love Beyonce, but I'm not that big of a fan to pay that much money for one fucking ticket. I'm sorry. That's me. But I also see, I see the Netflix docs. I seen videos. I seen Raven post about it. I see the energy in there. I see what she could do. Caitlyn went to a concert. She went to the concert, not Renaissance. Was it Renaissance? I don't know. Whenever she came to Arlington, I don't know where Kate at. She could tell me. She went to the concert and she said that shit was amazing. Like, I believe it. I'm talking about the numbers though, because I seen the same shit from Taylor Swift shit, the same videos, the same numbers. That's all I'm asking. We are in America. Okay.
All right, y'all.
Okay. Now we're going to the race. Okay.
Well,
okay.
You got, yeah, you can't.
Okay. All right.
You can't say that. You can't say that and then say Beyonce is the bigger artist. That's kind of counterintuitive.
That's counterintuitive, bro.
But like I said, I agree. Like I said, I'm with Queen B on this. I just know when you're talking, the girl make good songs.
If you ask me, if you ask me, who do I like better? Who am I gonna go see? Every time I'm picking Beyonce. I'm picking that. I just want to know why. Like, if Taylor Swift is that ass, if the way they talking, why is she up there with the numbers? That's it.
Well, you know, and I see Kay said Taylor had those numbers because she played the game right, not because she's a better artist by any means. I think I think Taylor Swift is definitely looked at, you know, as a great artist. Beyonce, of course, has been doing it longer. Same thing we were kind of saying with Mike Jack too. You know,
Mhm.
like Michael Jackson. You know, the longevity has something to do with it to be able to stay relevant for so long. I mean, Beyonce's been doing this since what 2000? Well, really, 90s, 98. I
Yeah.
when help me out, y'all. Beyonce when was Destiny Child?
Yeah,
97
come on
ish.
now. Come on now.
Was like 97. I think Destiny
Talk to us.
Child.
Talk to us.
Uh, but it's one of them things where longevity has to play a part of it. I don't know when Taylor Swift came aboard, but I want to say it was probably after 2011, 2012, when Taylor Swift come in, and what she's been able to do has been incredible. I mean,
It's been, like, that's all we say. It's the numbers. That's
yeah, I
it.
mean, the numbers, the music has, I mean, it is numbers
Only
too. The music has a lot to do with it. I mean, she makes good music for her demographic,
there's
and that's all that
Beyonce.
matters.
Yeah, there's Beyonce, and people don't want to admit it, but there's only one person that could compete when it comes to sales, numbers, tours,
Taylor's, wait,
and that person just so happens to be Taylor Swift.
yeah,
Not
that's all,
saying that
yeah.
she's better, not saying she's better. I'm just saying that there's the numbers have increased to where, like, oh shit, you reaching Beyonce territory, which more props to Beyonce because we're saying her numbers are reaching Beyonce's territory. But now that they've reached there, that's the only person that you could compare to. We are all in agreement that Beyonce is the better entertainer, the better singer. I'm just going off of numbers. That's it. Just the conversation. The girl, but okay, she almost toured for 2 years and sold out for 2 fucking years. I'm not saying Beyonce can't, but you making it seem like that shit's easy. Wouldn't people get tired of Taylor Swift if that's the case?
I would say, but not on. I would say I would give it talent too because the songs that she makes are what hits for her demographic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's,
I will it's like it's the same thing as some rappers. Like, okay, niggas might not be this great lyrical guy, but they know how to put music together. I mean, Nelly has a platinum album. I'm sure Nelly's not winning a rap battle with nobody. That he not winning against nobody. There was way better lyricists than Nelly at the time. Ludacris was one of them. Lil Wayne, all these people, and Nelly won. I mean, Nelly got the platinum album. Why does Nelly have a platinum album? Because he got I'm going down, down. I don't even know what that noise he even said before. What is I'm going down, down, babe? He was a great song maker, and that's what's important right there. Who can make a song? It does not matter if you feel like you're lyrically the best. Some of these battle rappers be saying the most cleverest lyrical got dog on
and they
crap.
can't make a hit, bro. They can't make a
They can't
radio
make
hit.
a hit because that's what it's about. Can you make a song? Yes, you can rap. Yes, you can sing. Yes, you can dance. But can you make
You
a
make a
song
hit. I mean,
that's
we
going
see
to
it with rap
stand the test
now.
of times?
You see it with rap now. A lot of the stuff that come out is just be like, why is this a hit? But it hit.
It hit.
It's just what it is. I'm like Casey, and like I said, I'm with you. I'm not rolling on talent, but I'm looking when you talk about an artist. Real said it before I stated the question. When you say artist, it factors in impact and everything. Taylor Swift's impact is up there with Beyonce's, whether people like it or not.
Yeah, she just impacts a different
Whether people like it or not, her impact is up there with Beyonce's.
and then and which because just like how people say it, which is crazy, you know, and I know I'm opening up a can of worms, but just how some people like how y'all sit here and say, you know, whatever how y'all feel about Taylor Swift. I've heard a lot of people say they don't. I mean, I'm not even talking about like no white people. I'm talking about black people that don't fool Beyonce because they feel like she can't sing. I've always had to
I've heard that a
defend
lot before
Beyonce
too.
on
I never
her
agreed, but
singing.
I've heard the same thing.
I've always had to defend Beyonce on her singing. I've
Mhm,
always had to defend Beyonce on her being one of the greatest entertainers of all time because there's a
mhm.
lot of people who don't necessarily, not a lot of people, but there are people out there who feel like how y'all feel about Taylor. They, oh, I can't stand her music or whatever the case
Mhm.
can be, whatever. I say, if you think Beyonce cannot sing, you need to go watch her live sing Halo.
Yeah,
You
for
need to
sure.
you need to watch her live sing Listen. You
You're
need to
drunk
watch
if you
her
think Beyonce can't
Love
sing.
on Top is one of Beyonce's vocally one of her best songs because of how she just kept elevating in that song. So I say Beyonce definitely can sing. Can
Yeah,
she sing like Fantasia? Can she sing like Jennifer Hudson? But once again, will bring me back to my point. Jennifer Hudson can outsing probably any woman on this earth. But can you make the
a
song
hit.
that can go with that voice?
And you make a hit.
I will take Jennifer Hudson in a singing competition over anybody. Her and Kelly Clarkson.
I'm gonna tell you now. We saw Jennifer Hudson when I was in
Not Kelly Clarkson.
Indianapolis for NBA All Star, and she was the halftime performer.
Mm,
Mid.
not Kelly. I didn't mean to say Kelly. What's the other white girl? Tori Kelly.
Tori Kelly. Oh, she can sing.
I would
But
take them two over almost anybody. I
yeah,
wanted to pick somebody black and white.
but
I could
like
have
you
said
said, like
Fantasia.
Jennifer Hudson, she can sing. But like I said, I saw her halftime at NBA All Star 2023. In the was it 2023 or 24? 24, I think. Whenever it was in Indiana, she was the halftime performer. Wasn't feeling it. She could sing her ass off, but she ain't got no hits. It's not something that's gonna make me stay in my seat. I literally started walking around when she hit the stage.
But I mean, I can go recent to that, the BET Awards, when they did the tribute to Jamie Foxx. Jennifer
Mhm.
Hudson came out there and shut the place down. She had about a minute worth of vocals and brought the entire house down.
Yep,
So
I
yeah,
agree.
but it goes to our point, just because somebody's singing, better, that doesn't necessarily
Jasmine
equate to
Sullivan.
anything.
Yeah.
The
And we
better
can
singer.
go on and on. We can go on and on. But as an artist, you got to be able to make a hit.
Oh my, Michael!
Multiple,
If you really think about
multiple
it,
hits.
Michael Jackson wasn't doing no singing.
No.
Maybe on you not alone. Yeah, that's the most I probably actually heard Mike actually singing. But Mike is really like, I wanna love you, PYT to the darn thing. Like
Yeah.
it's more like
You
Mike.
been hit by, you been shot by. Come on,
Now
man.
I'm pretty sure we can find a video somewhere. I've never seen it. I've never seen Mike singing the national anthem.
I mean, what the only time so you really heard him sing was when they had all of those artists singing fuck, it was a charity, the charity thing.
The world,
Yeah, we are the world, we are the
we are the
children.
world.
Yeah. That when it come to his hits, he ain't really singing like that.
If you go back and watch a lot of Mike's old shows,
I'm not
if you go back and watch a lot of Mike shows, Mike is singing. This is another okay. Now hold on. Now, I got my deduction points away from Mike now. Well, I know I already said Mike is not. I mean, Beyonce's a better performer than Mike, but just going back and thinking about it, Mike. If you go back and look, watch a lot of concerts on YouTube, Mike is not singing them songs. They're literally the album versions of the song.
Yeah.
So he's not singing those songs. Whereas I saw Bobby Brown put on the best performance. Me and Chaz love watching his performance. Because as soon as he hit the stage, he was lit. I told Chaz, that boy just hit that cocaine. Because the way he was moving, my prerogative, I don't know. I will have to probably post a video on our pages. But when Bobby Brown did a performance with my prerogative, Bobby Brown was on cocaine because that boy came out with energy. But anyways, the music didn't sound like the album. You can hear Bobby singing. You know that that's Bobby. Bobby knew he was better than everybody else. Bobby knew he was like, I don't need none of y'all. I got this on my own. And Bobby went on and had a great career after New Edition. But ain't that messed up though that you got kicked out the group or whatever happened, and they went and got Johnny Gill, who was another one who can really sing.
Man,
Johnny Gill already had that. Put on your red dress. He already had that. And slip on them high heels. How you lose Kobe and then bring LeBron into the same team?
man. Yeah.
Johnny was so cold. He had, what was the other leader? What was the one that actually sung? Ralph.
Right.
Yeah, like Johnny was so cold. He was jealous. They having sing-off.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael wasn't singing a lot of his songs though. But Michael got some iconic performances though, man. The Motown, the Motown, I think it was like the 25th year anniversary, the Motown performance where he did the moonwalk for the first time. It was just epic, you know. And then the whole coming on stage, don't say nothing, put the suitcase down, pop the suitcase up, grab the he do everything so slow. He's standing there. Then he'll click. He'll hold it there. Raise the top, crowd go crazy. Raise it to the right, crowd go crazy.
Iconic stuff, bro. From the hat to the glove to the sparkly socks,
take the hat off, set it down, put the glove on. But
the high watered pants, like, come on.
But I will say though, Charlamagne talked about this on the Breakfast Club. He was like, "Yeah, people were passing out, but that has nothing to do with performance." That he was like, that has nothing to do. That's why I would say
You're
Beyonce
right. It don't have
nothing to do with performance.
It has everything to do with the person.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. I know I'm with you. Beyonce is a better performer.
Yeah, I give her that.
As soon as the light hit Michael Jackson, motherfuckers was passing out. It's a difference between crying and literally falling out to where ambulance gotta come and get you. It's a difference, dog.
Nah, but yeah, I say, yeah, I don't think it's just gonna be hard to pass Michael, man, because Michael is just he's beloved by everyone, and then it doesn't help that he has the death boost as well. So
definitely got the death boost for sure.
You know that's a season. That's an early episode. But he has. I think Michael has it. But I think he has it. Michael was already as impactful as he was. But then you got the death boost on top of that because he can't put out no more music. I mean, he died when he was getting ready to do his last tour that was called "This Is It."
Yeah.
He was getting ready. He was prepping to do that, and that would have been an awesome concert. That would have been a legendary concert. Them tickets would have probably been $4,000 at the top because it was going to be that kind of concert that was going on. But Mike, it's just going to be hard to surpass Mike, man, when it comes to music, when it comes to impact, when it comes to all this stuff. Because Michael, it's like the same thing I tell people about Beyonce. There's people that dance better than Beyonce. Sierra. I think Sierra dances better than I think she dances better than Beyonce. There's people that sing better. That's Jennifer Hudson, Fantasia. We talked about those different ladies. But there is nobody on this planet living right now that can put both of them together like she can.
Put it all together like she can.
And that's all that matters. Like she can sing great.
Nobody on this earth that could put it all together like Beyonce can. At all.
And that's how I end that. Might gonna be hard, but she keep working. I think Beyonce, whatever she getting ready to do with this Act 3.
I think this Act 3 could propel her for sure.
Well, I don't know because I don't know how is. I mean, her fans, but if she does do rock, I don't see rock being as culturally impactful. Because country, I can see it because there's a lot of black people in country. And I know people are going to be like, well, black people had everything first, blah, blah, blah. I don't know about none of that. But black people can listen to country. But there ain't a whole lot of black people in the rock area. So it's going to be a little harder for her to conquer that ladder than it was for her to conquer the country ladder.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all. I'm not saying she can't. I'm not saying
I see what you're saying.
But it's going to be a lot more difficult for her if she goes the rock route. That's why I think she should go hip hop. I know we talked about this before. I just think she needs to go hip hop. I
really want her to go hip hop. I really want her to go hip hop.
It would literally seal.
She would body that shit for sure.
No, I agree.
But yeah, man, that was a good combo. Great,
I think
great
so. I
episode.
think so. That was a fun conversation. Mike Jack and Beyonce, both great artists in their own right. Taylor Swift, all these other wonderful artists that we named as well on tonight's show. But she gonna have to do rock like she did country. She made it her own, a mix of genres. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Raven, Lil Wayne do too, and nobody listened to him.
On that note,
So Lil Wayne had a whole rock album. He didn't conquer it. And he tried to put his twist on it too. What was the Rebirth, huh?
Huh? Yeah, Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Yeah, Rebirth.
But I think I Am Not a Human Being is more of a rock hit than Rebirth.
I'm
I
with
got my blood. Hey, no, we appreciate everybody for coming out and joining us on this Tuesday evening. Look, we didn't know what we were going to be chatting about today, but it turned out to be an amazing episode with a lot of great conversations. So we appreciate all of y'all in the chat first and foremost for being a part of the show tonight and giving us y'all opinions and blessing us with y'all opinions. The poll, it looks like, has ended. The poll, I'm ending the poll. It looks like Michael Jackson 71%. So most of the chat said Michael Jackson, whatever 71 minus 100 is, that's how many people is with with Beyonce. It went away, so I couldn't see it.
29, bro.
Huh?
71-29.
Appreciate you. So 71-29. That's where our poll ended. But like I said, thank you all for being a part of the show. Remember